Where's the headphones? Oh, there. Chapter 7.
The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain: they couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
But, they'd run the classic good cop, link cop interrogation. Oh, what are my options? Oh, chill. Good cop, chill cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver
Why
shook
would
his
that wake
head,
him up?
gathering his wits.
Golly. I just changed his voice completely. Golly. I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
So, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why do you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here.
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, alright. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even, and I won't shoot you.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help? With what? What's my grand up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done you wrong? Or have I ever done wrong by you? Other than when I let my wife chop up your mom and serve her as... Those are two different people, actually. No. Since your grand moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yes. Forget. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... You're a squirrel, and squirrels are nuts. All this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives. I can explain everything. Just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck.
Explanation
This time they
happens to
shrugged.
be the name of my gun.
Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
That's a good lad. This all makes sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
See, stand of secrets, Luca. Very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
Past that must be brought
He
to...
punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light! Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You just locked us down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You won't blow up if you're down in the basement. Kids, just keep tight down there. And let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh? Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end.
Oh, another death.
Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in a basement. Back to the drawing board.
Inner's Guide to Interrogation. I only have chill. Oh, I can go back to Rumble. That's all I can go back to is to Rumble. I do like the art though. This looks so good. Oh, that's clearly some kind of cat based on those ears. That's not my Gran. Okay. Look at Hiram. Okay. Weather. Oh, I click it first and then I choose. Luca began. Response. Yada yada yada. Rumble!
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks in?
Luca surveyed the roiling clouds.
I say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here, and I'll just make a break for it.
At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Try to recalculate those odds. Hurry inside, you two, before you catch a cold. Oh no, Rollo! Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach her Gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. It says things. I thought you had a box labeled Thanos. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. I clearly don't care if you invade my privacy.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum? Gum?
Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
Tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47 days.
Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I know.
Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
Think it's weird, don't you? A little. Weird can be cool. There's radio and there's flowers.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Am I gonna be Pungent Cop? Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry. Is this from your old school? Yes, recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. And they're really trying to feel good about themselves. They do both. It sucks being a genius. You've moved around a lot. Yeah. That's the thing with having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Oh, no, I didn't. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. It's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, I cared enough to keep them, was all. Okay, I thought it was going to move me on before I could do my clock. Radio, actually. Oh, wow. Morello and I have a radio just like this in our treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation.
Luca flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. I wouldn't believe the stuff I can pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw, shucks. Like corn. Okay, can I ask you something? Of course. She did a superhero landing. She's a cat. Come on, Luca. Come on. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, at least you looked cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? I mean, your dad died, your mom vanished, and your grandma's probably not your actual grandma. Do you ever just feel alone, Luca? Like, even when when people are around? Well, Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Doesn't it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel like that. But then my dad died and my mom vanished, so I don't have family. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? Guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little. God, Luke, I'm about to get murdered. Make sure you kill your grandma. Don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it in all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do? You don't know what to do. Dad never got to that part. I killed him. That's it. That's the truth. I'm the murderer. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Even if it requires you killing your own dad and mom. Blaming it on your grandma. You gotta do something. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with Storm. Listen here, miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. Start shooting. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. Things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Wow. I'm only 12, and I think I like you. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it? Be happy for my mom. Why can't we just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal kid.
Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Wow, I actually feel a little better.
As abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks, I needed that. Me too. I should head out before this rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rilo at the festival. Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around.
Beck gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in. Chapter 5.
Okay. That that brings us round back to chapter